Well, good evening. This is our twice weekly hangout. If you'd like to join the hangout, you can go over to Stunt Hangar, and the link is posted in at the bench, and we'll do that right now. At the bench, and a new topic. And today is Friday, and paste, paste, post. There you go. This is our weekly get together that we come up with. Hello, Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Yo. Let's see here. We got to go here. We'll open that up. Oh, no. There we go. Normally, Gary St. Clair is our first in, but sometimes others beat him. See here. I've got all these dusty hats. There we go. There's Gary now. And admit. There you go. What's going on, Gary?
Cold.
Yeah, it hasn't snowed here in I don't know, 3, 4. There's still snow on top of my car.
Yeah, I know it. Ice, and we had -3 this morning.
It just won't go away. I wonder who all is going to come in tonight.
Oh, I don't know. Daniel Barry Swartz says good evening.
Yeah, yo. Come on, guys. I think we're 25 away from 5,000 now. You guys been doing
Wow.
good as far as the subscribers go. If you happen to found this channel, it's amazing. YouTube has tried to suppress me for so long, it's ridiculous. Let's see here. I'll give the exact count. Your videos. And dashboard. Now we're at 77. We're 23 away. 23 away from 5,000. Will that do anything for me? No, not really, but it's just to know I made it.
Yeah, I
I made it to the big time.
about that. Took a long time though, didn't it?
14 years. I think that's how long I've been on YouTube. I know at least 10. So what is that? 100 a year. not good. I think I'll go ahead and just replace both of them.
Roy Lane says good evening.
Good evening, Roy.
Still icy there. Stiletto says light given. Hello.
Um, Wonder how come this last bit is what takes the longest. All this detail sanding.
Yeah.
I wonder if a different time would be better. You know, we used to have it later than this
Yeah, because
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 Charles,
he was out in California.
I don't know whether it did better or worse later. I have to go back and look at the stats. I can't believe Charles did such a good job and he hasn't come back to see us not once. I guess he's mad. Or Lenny. I don't know what happened to Lenny.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened there.
Or
I don't know.
Denny.
Yeah, someone said that Lenny was thought about moving or something, and decided not to or something. I don't know what.
Bill Bailey.
You coming?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Hello, all. What's happening?
All right.
You turn the volume up a little bit. I can't hear y'all.
You ready for some more snow?
I'm not ready for it, but it's coming tonight, whether I'm ready for it or not. No, our street, either way out of here, there's a patch on the hill over here, and there's a patch on the flats over here. It's still just ice. I mean, 2 inches thick, just ice. And the one on the hill is pretty good long stretch. That's all right when you're walking the dog or driving or something when you can see it. But once they get snow on top of it, you're not going to be able to see it. So you'll be going along on soft powder snow and then all of a sudden hit a patch of ice. I predict there's going to be some problems. But we'll see. Then on the other end of the development, up at where you come onto the main street, it's ice from about 40 feet from the corner to the corner. So if somebody comes in here and don't know it, zing, right out into the intersection.
Guys in this
So
state don't know how to drive on dry pavement, let alone ice.
Well, everybody, I've got friends from up in Michigan, a lot of cousins from up Michigan. Oh, y'all just don't know how to drive on snow. Y'all just don't know how to drive in the snow. So one of them was down here and he got to drive on the ice. He said, we ain't never had no like this. Said, this is I said, well, that's what I'm telling you. It's not just snow, it's ice. He said, no, it's this, you get killed on that crap. I'm going back home.
They need to
But
teach in school a skidding wheel tends to lead. Don't put on the brakes. I don't know how people can spin out going straight.
I don't know, but they do it all the time. Yeah, we had a 18-wheeler yesterday over in Greensboro. He ended up turning sideways and blocking a 3-lane highway. And it was stuck.
You had to do it stopping.
Oh, I'm sure somebody stopped in front of him and he hit the brakes, and once the thing got halfway sideways, it was all over. It's a darn mess. What are you working on, Sparky?
Flat.
Ah,
Burying the clip.
I start working on the P-47 again a little bit, just not much, but tinkering around with it, trying to figure out where the heck I'm going to get a canopy. Oh, you figure out if you figure out anybody that's got a decent canopy for a Razorback, let me know. I've not got a cold, but I've got a heck of a set of allergies, and there's something has kicked up around here that is wearing me out. We went to the doctor today, and it's not a cold, it's an allergy. But stuff that they want me to take for allergies puts me to sleep so bad I can't sleep the whole day away. So how's the weather in Ohio, Gary?
Icy and cold. Had -3 this morning.
Ooh, you can have that.
So the snow's not melting and ice not melting. And
No, it's 29 degrees out there right now, supposedly. It's not that bad, really, until the wind blows. But the wind blows. And when
yeah,
it does, it just goes right through your pants. I got a big, heavy Alaska jacket, but it goes right through your pants. How these dang women run out in dresses in this kind of weather, big coat and a dress, I just don't know.
They're wearing nylon. They're extremely warm.
Oh, okay. Must
Warmer
be.
than long johns.
Must be. I'll tell you what. There were some pretty women at the store today, and they're running around in hose. And I thought, good Lord, women, you're gonna freeze.
Steve Barry says, I finally did my first round of Superfill.
Ah, cool.
You're absolutely right. That stuff is stupid easy to use.
It really is.
Did you follow my direction?
All you gotta know is go slow.
See if you
Mix up
followed my
enough.
directions.
It must have worked. Mix up enough for one side at a time and just go slow. It works fine. You try to rush or mix up enough to do a whole side of an airplane or even a top and bottom. Good luck. There's Mr. Hunt.
Guys,
How are you, sir?
good days and bad days.
Cold?
Well, that's all of us, or a lot of us anyway.
Yeah.
Bob, you might know, when Billy was making airplanes, the P-47s, did he mold his own canopy or did he buy them from somewhere?
I know he molded some of his own canopies. Okay, I saw the molds in his basement. I don't know if he did the one for the P-47 or not.
He did. Bob McDonald had the buck.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I remember seeing the one for the Aries designs,
Oh, Lord. Excuse me a minute. Tommy's calling me. I'm sure we're going to have lunch tomorrow. Be right back.
Yeah, Steve Barry said he followed your instructions, Sparky.
Good. It ain't rocket science. It's really
Use tape and alcohol to blend it. Yeah.
I just normally sand the fillets with 320, unless you get a lot of super fill on, you can sand it with 380 and then, just rough it up with, or 380 with 180 and then drop down to 320 right away. But it'll yield a molded in part just like that. It's stupid easy. I still haven't been able to figure out what Howard finds bad about it. My little sponge. Yeah.
What are you working on there, Bob?
I'm just getting ready to put coat of epoxy on another wing I built. Pretty much like that one I did the other night. So
Yeah.
I'll work on it later. I got a new design I'm working on. I'm real excited about it. I showed a little pencil. I showed a rough sketch of it the other night.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like refined the sketch a little bit. Got it to the point where I could take it down to a printer or to a graphics place and have them blow it up 385% and get what I'm looking for. So there's the airplane.
How long's your drawing right there?
It's about 10 inches.
Oh, okay.
Tricycle landing gear, twin.
I might turn it over to you, Gary, so I can sand. I don't have to turn around.
Okay.
You got that calendar back, right? I asked you that, right?
I haven't received it yet.
You haven't seen it yet.
Just be like me getting mine to you.
It's like
So,
the one you sent me took forever to get here, remember?
yeah.
No, I sent it out.
Yeah. I'll get it all right.
Bob, show that cute little picture again.
This is
That looks
kinda-
an awful lot. Well, you got to make him big.
Okay, hold on.
That
Here.
looks an awful lot like something. One small part of it looks like something that I'm playing with. The fixed gear into the fuselage, aluminum gear into the fuselage, instead of coming out of the wing. That looks pretty neat.
This will be carbon gear, but yeah.
Well, same thing.
Yeah. So it's a little bit like a Rand's RV airplane.
Yeah.
Like if it was a twin.
Yeah, that is sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
17-inch tail moment. That's about what Stinger's got. About what the P-47's got too.
Yeah, it's a little short compared to some of today's airplanes, but it'll be about right.
Well, I was thinking about you tell me if I'm thinking wrong here, but I'm thinking about taking that P-47 and stretching the nose about 2 inches, since I'm not doing it in 3/16 like he did it. I'm gonna do it in 332, and it's some pretty good 332, and it's molded. So I think
Are you going to be a glow or electric?
electric.
Oh yeah, then you can lengthen the nose a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stretch the nose out about it. I don't know if I'm gonna go an inch, but half, 3/4 anyway.
I generally went out. I went almost from the last Genesis I built. When I flew at the Nats 2 years ago, I went out from 10 to 11 and a half.
Oh, an inch and a half more.
Yeah, and it worked out perfect. I
What
didn't have
motor's in that?
any weight anywhere or anything.
What motor was in it?
It's a 3515 710. And when I was flying at the Nats, I flew it with a 5S 2800 light poly, but I'm going to be putting a 3000 6S light ion in it.
And weigh about the same.
Yeah, I think the light ion may actually, it'll be about the same as the 5S. Yeah, it would be less than
That's what I was.
be a little less than the 6S light poly.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. The last couple of days, the difference in the battery's weight is incredible.
Yeah, I like the Lye ions a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some.
Rick Huff makes mine for me. You know, we do a barter thing. So
Yeah. Yeah. Rick's a good fella.
he sure
He's
is.
good. He's good people.
He's bright too, very bright.
Oh,
engineer.
he and his brother both very smart.
Yeah.
His wife's not exactly a dummy either. She's
No,
pretty.
she's
I
very sharp.
got talking to her down at Triple Tree, and she's a lot smarter. I thought he was all the brains, but he ain't all the brains. She's pretty darn smart.
Yeah, she's a very capable woman.
I was
Real
getting
good.
cold again, so I'll go ahead and finish it.
Are you guys getting snow down there over the weekend, Phil?
We're supposed to be getting it tonight. It's already. They said it's already in Asheville,
No.
so it's coming this way.
Now,
supposed to get-
where is the Clash being held? At Bowman Gray Stadium? Where's that?
13 miles that way.
So it's going to get hit too.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And they're supposed
Yeah,
to
they're
supposed to still have the Clash on Sunday evening.
well, they are, but you got to understand they brought in a couple of trucks that they can run around the track and pick the snow up, and it'll put it in the back of the truck and then carry it out in the back and dump it somewhere. We don't have stuff like that around here normally. I don't know where that came from.
NASCAR.
But we went over and looked at those things today, and I've never seen trucks like that before.
The big thing is going to be getting the seats, the seats for the fans, cleaned out.
Oh, they'll do that. They got a bunch of guys with blowers. They'll just blow it down to the track and then scoop it up.
Huh.
That may be a bunch of snow between the wall and the wall on the track, but hey, that's no big deal.
That was unfortunate scheduling, to have it. They're going to gamble to have it, in the East, that part of the East this time of year. They would have been better to have that like in Arizona or something,
Well, that's what I thought they'd have it. But anyway, they're trying to, the whole deal is Winston-Salem State is trying to take over Bowman Gray Stadium. That's where they have their football games, and they want it. And they're saying that NASCAR doesn't do anything there. Well, they have the modified races and sportsmen and all that every week, but that could easily be put at some other track according to them. So they wanted to see NASCAR there. So NASCAR, rather than lose the oldest track in the circuit, they put a race here.
Well, yeah,
we never get our big snows are generally in March. First week of March is generally our hard snow. What it's doing here in January, I have no cotton picking idea.
The weather pattern has changed. You can see the whole weather pattern has changed this year. I don't know what's El Nino or La Nina. I'm not sure which.
I don't know.
We're going to see this all winter. This path coming up, the East Coast. They predicted it. They predicted it. End of last year, or actually, around September, October, and it's coming to pass.
Yeah, the weather guessers got one right.
That one that's coming up the coast, over the next couple of days, we're dodging that completely. That's going out to sea by the time it gets up here.
Oh, you sorry rascals! You get. I tell you what, makes me want to come to Pennsylvania and spend some time with you. Good grief. I'm tired of this crap already. Last week was enough.
Well, we had 13 and a half inches, so it's not much better up here, so.
Oh, okay. Well, we're only supposed to get 4 to 6. Of course, the last time they said 4 to 6, we got nothing. But the time before they said 4 to 6, we got 12. So
you can't trust them,
No, that's the reason I call them the weather guessers. They tell you something, but is it anywhere near accurate? Who the heck knows?
What other job can you have when you can be wrong more than half the time and still keep your job?
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
But like I think I was talking to Bob Gieske, and he found out where I was from. He said, "Lord, only place in the country if you can get the weather right 80% of the time, you can get a job anywhere in the country you want to go." He said, "Them darn mountains right there near y'all, just throw the screws to everything that happens." I said, "I don't know, Bob. I don't know nothing about predicting weather. I just know I use the weather rock." He looked at me like right funny.
It's wet, it's raining,
Yeah,
it's white, it's snowing.
rock is wet. It's raining. Rock is blown over. It's real. It's a
Real windy,
hurricane. Yeah. He said, "Oh, I have heard that before." He was a mess. I miss him.
You
Anyway.
remember the pet rock?
Yeah.
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 You know, somebody could make a fortune with the weather rock. I mean, they probably already have.
Probably already have. Yeah. I tell you what, people will buy anything. Good afternoon, Ed. How are you?
Hey, good man. Staying warm, trying to.
Yeah. Good luck. We're supposed to get cold as heck here. I won't say we're getting ready, but I've got a generator in my front hallway ready to roll it out front and fire it up. A big old long cord. The only thing we didn't think about is that cord's too darn big to go under that door. I don't know what I'm gonna do there.
Yeah.
Have to
About
figure
8,
something
9
out.
years ago, I put one of those Generacs in that does the whole house. And
Well,
the
I was-
several times
mine
that
was-
we've needed it, it's been great.
Yeah, we're thinking about
Well,
putting those in too.
where
You know, when I was
we were-
overseas, you had to have backup because you lost power all the time. So it was just kind of second nature for me.
Yeah, we're thinking about a Generac too. It's I'm gonna have one for this time next year. Of
Mary
course,
Ann,
you never need it, but one year out of 15, but just okay.
that's when you need it. My wife, Mary Ann, she works, she's still working. She works for a Johnstone supply store, if you know what they are. It's heating, air conditioning, ventilation, wholesale to the trade. And
Yeah.
we can get anything at cost. So they handle Generac, so we can get it at cost.
That'd be a
Yeah.
whole lot cheaper.
Yeah.
It's $6,500 is what we're looking at. That's an expensive unit, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh Lordy. I'm ready to go flying. I'm tired of this mess.
Ain't even get started yet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long winter.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're right.
There's Pete. Hi, Pete.
We gotta find a place for indoor. I saw another video of flying those control line indoor, doing the whole pattern.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
found a
flew,
place.
flew indoors, the other weekend.
You right.
Phil, you know, at the turf at the bridge.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's plenty big enough.
Had the whole place.
He
What
did a
were
wing up, he did a
What-
wing over and it stuck.
It's still there.
Stuck.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just don't
Oh.
hide the height.
Yeah.
I'd like.
What'd you go? 35 feet? Give you about 45.
It's probably around 25, 30. So you just
Do everything
least-
but the overheads.
yeah, at least you can do something.
Go out there and have some fun.
But I took an RC, a control line, and a free flight plane.
Oh Lord. We went to the Coliseum here, and I got a friend that he said he needed some help with something that I had put in 15 years ago, I guess. So we went up and were fooling around, went to go see what kind of problem he had. And the only problem was they wanted to remount it. They wanted to put it in the center of they've got a big scoreboard that comes down in the center of the place, and they wanted to mount it in that. And I said, well, I don't see any real problem, but you're going to have to mountain it's no problem. And it didn't. They just lowered the scoreboard down to the floor and we put it inside it. I said, the only thing we're going to need is a good ground, a real good ground. Well, they had that. They'd already made provision for that. They'd run a new cable. So we hooked it all up and it worked first try and everybody's happy. So I said, well, I got a little free flight out in the car. Can we try that thing in here? Because it'd be nice to have it, take it somewhere. It won't hit the roof right quick like it does in the church. Well, we had to lower the scoreboard back down. It's stuck in the scoreboard. But anyway, oh, it was embarrassing. But we got it back down and got it fixed and got it back up. It was a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with those guys, even though they tell me, says, I know that you know what you're doing because you're the only one that they ever called when they had problems like this. But how in the world did you stick an airplane in the screen? I said, well, I know what I'm doing when I'm doing this, but when I'm doing this, I got no idea. I just let it go, and it's just at the mercy of the wind currents in here.
How's the Islander coming, Pete?
Coming. Working on it still. I'm almost ready to paint, but I'm just starting to work on some of the details. I showed last time I got the graphics, I think about right. I kind of went away from that for a little bit. Yeah, it's coming.
Are you going to have all the details on it that was on that one you showed us?
Yep, all those graphics, yep. So yeah, because I'd have to look it up. There's in the static scoring for in F4, there's color accuracy, color complexity, markings accuracy, and markings complexity.
So you
So
want to score high on all four of those if you just
yeah,
get it anywhere close to right.
and you guys saw pictures of my old Islander, was just the yellow one. So it scored great on color accuracy because I had the color chips and it's easy to match. But color complexity, it didn't score that well on, and markings complexity, it didn't score that well on, and I need more points.
Well, this one ought to get it because that tail surface is just ridiculous.
Yeah, if it turns out like I hope it will, I think that'll really help me along. That should really help.
I'm getting like Joe Gilbert. I'm learning to love these little rubber band things.
Oh yeah. When he flies
still ain't
that
ready
thing
to get-
around, when he flies that thing in his living room, I just can't believe it.
Oh yeah, my living room's not that big. This is my living room. It's not that big. I can't remember how big it is. My wife knows it by heart, but I don't. I drew this place up in high school and had to redraw it again in college. And then she saw it, she found the plans and mirror imaged it. This room was supposed to be over there because the fireplace was supposed to be over there, but the garage is over there, and you can't have the fireplace and the garage. So flipped it around and we built it. And it was never, I mean, it's a design your dream house, but it was never intended to actually be built, but we built it. She saw the plans. What's this? And unrolled it, figured it was going to be another airplane. Looked at it and she says, let's build that. And she had spoken. That was it.
Hey, Pete, you're familiar with the RAND series of airplanes, right?
Yeah.
The RVs. I've been working on something that's kind of like a fictitious RV airplane, a RV of the future, a twin.
Okay.
But they all have, well, they have some with tail draggers, but they have a lot of them that have a tricycle. So I'm going to have a fuselage mounted gear, tricycle gear, twin, that's sort of like a futuristic RANS airplane. It's right here. I'm showing it to the guys before. Make me big there, Gare, so we can see that.
Yeah.
I think that's just neat.
That looks like yeah, I like it.
It'd be like a little RANS thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah,
send
it'd
it
be
to
just cute
him.
as heck.
See if I can sell him the idea of a little personal twin.
And then send it to them. They'll make it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I got this is the wing for it right here.
Oh, you're that far along already too.
Oh yeah, I got the wing and tail done. I'm gonna do the fuselage. I'm building 5 twins, so I'm trying to get a lot of them to the point where I can get the nacelles onto the wings, and finish the wings and prime them. I like putting the nacelles on first, so you can finish around the nacelles without having the fuselage in the way. So I have a buddy up in the north of the Poconos here, Joel Costantino, who does Barrett Jackson level restorations, and he's got this huge professional spray booth. So I figured if I go up there with 3 or 4 wings in one day and get them all primed and bring them back and sand them, and then put them in the fuselage.
What's the power? So what's the power for each?
It's going to be two of these. Two special wines. I haven't got the motors yet from Lucian Miller, but he had special wines made for me for the 2320. And I had little CNC motor mounts made up out of G10 that you can trim to size, and fits the motor. Because these have an asymmetrical bolt pattern. If you can see it, the bolt pattern is not symmetrical.
Wow. Yeah. So you got to have them what direction you want them then.
Yeah. So I had a whole mess of them made. A little two-axis CNC machine a friend of mine has. He ran me off about 100 of them.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is-
What is the special wine for? You gonna have more torque or?
Theoretically, these are not 6S motors, and
Heavier
so
wines.
he's
Okay.
making me a special line for 6S because I'm
Yeah.
using those 3000 Li ions, 6S ions.
That'll be interesting.
That'd be fun. Something different.
I got a question for everyone. I was reading an article in Flying Lines, the Northwest Control Line Model Aviation.
John Thompson. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the Scale Matters, the guy Orrin Humphreys there is talking about he thinks he's been having engine problems because he runs muffler pressure. And the oil coming, you always get a little bit coming through. He thinks it's causing problems in his fuel tank, that oil coming back out of the muffler.
No,
How could that be? I mean, how could that cause a problem?
Well, hang on. Let me share. You can look up the article. It's their latest Flying Lines there. That's what I was going to ask. Have any of you guys run across this? Let me share because he's got some photos. He's got some photos, and I was a little shocked at how much he was gathering. He put another little tank in to catch it, like a trap tank.
Wow.
Just on a test stand. On a test stand, he did it.
Sounds to me like he needs to replace his gasket between the motor and the muffler.
Well, no, this is okay. There it is. Oops, share. And so what happens to the oil that goes through? So he set up this little rig. Let me show you a better picture of it, maybe.
Well,
Where the muffler pressure then goes to this tank, and then this tank goes to the main fuel tank.
go back to the other. He's not running muffler pressure. He's running backplate.
No,
Right.
that's muffler pressure from the left side. That's the muffler.
Oh, okay, left. Maybe he's got it plumbed wrong.
No, it's so he's got this. I don't know if you see my cursor when I do this.
Yeah.
This is going to the needle valve. He's got the needle valve, mounted back behind it.
Okay,
So, and then that's
First
feeding.
mistake.
That's feeding the engine. Here's the muffler pressure going to a trap tank, and then that trap tank goes back to the fuel tank.
What I see looks normal, because if you didn't have that line on, you're going to get oil out the exhaust anyway.
Well, he's saying that after he was breaking in a new 46AX, and that's how much he trapped in his trap tank after 13 8-ounce tanks.
It was like a little accumulator.
Yeah. Have you ever been worried about stuff accumulating back in your fuel tank if you run muffler pressure?
No, I mean, not really.
Never had any issues.
Yeah, he's thinking, well, okay, this is for a scale plane, so he's running throttle, and he's thinking that like when he slows down and like lands, he was having problems with it cutting. So
Fouling the plug.
because he's thinking, well, he was thinking that he's putting too much oil back into the fuel tank and then the clunk is going to drop. I don't know if I read the article. I was like, well, it's possible, but I don't know.
I've never heard of that, Pete.
Yeah, you can read his article at that Flying Lines,
Well, my question would be, is he cleaning this tank out after every flight, or is he letting it accumulate? Because if that's what he's got after 13 8-ounce flights. Okay, well, if you're going to have 1/13 of that, that's not enough to cause a problem.
No.
But
Well,
if he
do you-
forgets to clean it out, it might be.
Well, what do you mean clean it out? Do you flush your tank out after every flight?
No, it
Well, I
burns
would
it up.
flush it. I
I-
would flush an accumulator out. Yes.
I've had my muffler pressure straight to the fuel tank
Never
and
had a problem.
never had
For
any
hundreds of
issues.
flights.
Me
Never
neither.
had a problem.
Never had
And
any issues. And
for
and
years
those
and
were
years-
RC, so they were
Yeah.
idle and
I
above.
don't, yeah. Okay. I was
My
just,
radio planes are that way too, and I've never had a problem with it either.
yeah.
And if you look at the amount of oil that you get out the exhaust, okay, instead of he's just collecting it, so that's how he sees it.
Yeah.
It would go back into the tank and burn up.
Unless the only way I could figure is if it was somehow heavier and settled out in the bottom, but it's gonna mix up, right?
If he's
That's
having
what makes
idling
back.
problems, run a hotter plug. Less oil.
How much oil is he running?
I'd have to go read the article.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's got. Wait a minute. Says he's got an
OS 46 on the,
Oh.
that's what he was running on the test stand. But he never-
AX on the stand. I had one of those in my one of my planes. I don't remember which one. Let's see.
I mean,
I
I've
got one of
seen,
those in my GB.
you see little droplets of oil going back like in that pressure line, right? It's not
Sludge
perfect.
was from previous oil in the tank's pressure.
Yeah,
line
it's
before I
it's not
installed the
air.
tank.
It's not just all air.
Yeah. You're gonna get a little carryover, but I see, I don't know if this is a real problem or it's a problem that he's.
Yeah.
I think it's between his ears.
There's
That's not a
something-
problem.
Something else going on, like you said, the plug being hot enough or something.
No.
Well, what I don't understand, an AX that's usually a pretty good idling air engine.
Oh yeah.
I think he's got too cold a plug in it.
I've run pressure for years and I've never had any problem with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
hadn't either.
yeah. I just thought it was odd.
I find it odd that he's catching it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he set up this rig because he was trying to troubleshoot, and
Then
Yeah,
he's
but
got
like you
other
say,
issues.
that's what he got after a whole bunch of runs. He's not going to get that much each
Yeah.
time.
each time, unless somehow you say it's building up, but I don't see it's gonna just you'll pick it up
How's
the next run, right?
How could it build up? I mean, if next time he fills the tank, it's going to get absorbed
Yeah.
into the fuel and burnt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless it was too heavy for some reason or too sludgy, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
just-
Plug. What's your nitro? What's your oil?
Yeah, I just
I
thought
think
it
he's
was
got other
interest-
issues.
It was an interesting article, and I was like, well, a nice little contraption, but I don't
The
know if I
darker at the bottom
believe everything.
is older, of course. He's barking at straws. I mean, that's just not
Yeah.
that's just not a problem.
You guys know, here it is, flying lines,
Yeah, we know the flying
Yeah.
lines.
yeah.
Been
So
around for
That's
years.
weird.
That was in his latest scale article I saw, and I was like, I don't know if I go along with this.
No, that's a busy looking Nobler there, buddy.
Yeah.
That is a busy paint job. Ooh, good grief.
Something there
Looks like he's got foil on the leading edge, and trying to get clear to go over that and stay is fun. Good luck to him. Got the needle valve on the outside instead of the inside. That's different.
How do you know it doesn't have a torpedo 35 in it?
or maybe he's flying clockwise.
Yeah.
Well, his lead outs come out the wrong side and fly clockwise.
Or I didn't check that.
Oh,
Of course, even with a torpedo 35, it should come out on the inside. Oh, well.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Hey, John.
Oh, there he is.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Doing great, John. How are you?
Well, I'm starting to feel better.
Well, that's good.
That's good because you don't look any better.
Whoa.
No, it's gotta have some health
Oh,
scars.
boo hiss.
Is that the pot calling the kettle black?
Yeah.
No, I come down with the flu that's going around here. It took me off my
Oh,
feet for
Lord.
about 5 days.
Oh, Lord. You don't
So-
need the flu.
I'm starting to feel better now. So
Even at my age, you don't need the flu. At your age, you really don't need it.
what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I mean, don't
what are you
nobody need the flu.
insinuating?
I ain't insinuating. I'm just plain stating it. You don't need the flu. That stuff's bad news.
That is. The one that's going around here is particularly bad. It just knocks your feet right out from under you.
Yeah.
You know, it takes 2 or 3 days for you to get past the worst of it. Then you got the nagging cough and everything else for a week or so, and I'm into that stage now, just starting that stage. So, saying that, how all the rest of you doing?
I downloaded a number of pictures of that M22 Miles.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I found where what's the guy's name? Max Flyart. The free flight guys have this thing where they take these fictitious airplanes, or these airplanes that were proposed and never built, and they build them and fly them.
Yeah.
And there's some really pretty ones on that Miles out there, but it won't work for stunt. I've determined it will not work.
Why not?
Why not?
Because there's no, you can't, you need to run you have to run the nacelles very short to make these things really work well. That's one thing we did find out. The shorter the nacelles, the better they're going to work. And that's got really long nacelles. And even if you shorten the nacelles, there's no place to put weight to balance it. There's no nose.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a good looking, fictitious airplane, but not one I'm going to build. But it sure is cool.
It does look good, doesn't it?
I love it.
I went on sites just doing searches for multi-engine airplanes of the different air forces from starting about 1918 on, and there's a couple of wild ones that the Soviets had. They were ugly as all sin, but they had good proportions. I can't remember the numbers on them, but
Move your camera. All we could see is your hat.
oh, sorry about that. Fix that. The hat's better looking.
Oh, wait a minute. Move it back again.
Yeah, you're sorry you asked for that, aren't you? But this one Russian one that has two versions. One's a twin and the other is a tri-motor.
Oh, Lordy.
But it's built. It looks like it's built out of iron. And I wish I could remember the name of it and that, but I can't. But you do a search on it, you'll find them.
They built a bunch of airplanes. The Russians have built a bunch of airplanes that just looked like they were. I mean, they were looking the other way when they built them, but they were airplanes that a farmer could fix with a hammer and a screwdriver.
They also built some very pretty airplanes.
Oh, they did. They have.
The Yaks were really pretty. Some of them the 9.
Yeah.
Well, how about the English? You want to talk about ugly airplanes? Now, the English had so many ugly airplanes in World War II. Lancaster. I mean, you just can't get any uglier now. I can't believe the darn thing flew. But they also had a couple of really, really pretty ones.
What was wrong with the
A
Lancaster?
blind hog finds an acorn once in a while.
What was wrong with the Lancaster? I thought that was beautiful. Twin rudders and everything. Oh, gorgeous.
Did the Polish ever build a good looking airplane?
No, not to this day. No. I never did like the Lancaster. I always thought it looked too spindly.
Isn't the Lancaster the one that had the crisscrossing forms and that in there. That,
Well, they come up. Yeah.
Geodetic structure and everything. That was gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know, that carried more weight than the B-17.
Oh Lord, yeah. So
Well,
did
heck,
the
an F-15
B-24 Liberator.
F-15 carries more than the B-17.
Yeah, sure does. Oh, look
Yeah.
at that.
There you go. It's a Russian, what is it, Petro? They call it.
I thought it was Polish. Polykarkov,
That's a
Polykarkov,
Polish Polycarpov. I thought that was Russian.
I-15.
Yeah, the I-15. I thought that was a Russian.
Yeah, probably, maybe it is. Guy had one in Romania, a scale one. It did not fly well.
Uh,
Well, see, when they went to a single wing monocoque, they just took the top wing off, you know.
Mhm.
Made the bottom wing a little bigger.
There's your next stunter, right?
Nah, that's so ugly. I don't think I would probably blind the judges.
I'm not even gonna comment on that one.
No,
You know, I did.
it's
If you got,
it's
Go ahead.
true that the Polish struggled in making a beautiful design. Now they do a lot of things really good. They're great musicians. They're artists. They're a lot of, but they just didn't seem to get on the table with the good airplane designs.
I got tickled when I was doing. I did the SE5A, and I painted the bottom of the wing light blue because the one that I saw was light blue, but it was an RC plane that I saw that I went by. When I was out in California and went to the museum and actually saw an SE5, it was a lot smaller than I thought it was, and two, the bottom of the wing was muslin colored. They just cleared the bottom of the wing and let it go. They didn't even worry about it. So my
was the
next
right
one's
color
gonna be a little
anyway.
different. Yeah, just the color of the muslin, just brown. It wasn't tan, just tan. They put the roundels on it, but that was it. Other than that, there was nothing to make it look better or make it not be seen in the air. I guess they figured back then flew so high that they couldn't get to it. But most of the airplanes were just muslin on the bottom.
If it hadn't been done so many times by so many people, I'd consider a de Havilland Comet, you know, the governor's house racer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a pretty plane.
That's gorgeous, and I do it what they call what it should have looked like scale, like a real stunt ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about the Hornet?
Yeah,
The
well,
British,
again, the problem with the Hornet is that it doesn't have much nose to it. There's always you have to make the nacelles too long to get enough weight to balance it. And the nacelles work better, we found, when they're shorter. You get the thrust closer to the balance point. It seems to work a lot better. So you got to have the fuselage is going to go pretty far forward, so you can slide the battery forward to get balance.
Well, I agree that you've got a true principle there, but then I look at Gordy's little red twin, and it flew pretty darn decent.
It'd fly better with shorter nacelles.
Yes, it would, but I'm saying we're talking about semi-scale. I would think that we could probably give up a little bit to just have that. Wow, look at that B-17 make a turn.
Well, you can do that. I'm gonna build airplanes.
Well, you know I can
What
because
plane are you-
I don't have that halo around my head.
Everybody's getting tired of seeing this, but you didn't see it yet. I cleaned up that drawing, that sketch I made for the little thing that looks like a Rand's. If Rand's built a twin,
Yeah,
at a fuselage mounted gear, this is kind of what I think it could look like.
yeah, it looks good. Now two
think that's
engines
just
on
plain
two
sharp.
motors on there.
Yeah, it'd be two 2820s, 2320s,
Yeah.
with a special wind.
What about 7 or 8 inch prop?
8-inch, 9-inch prop, 10-inch prop, 10-inch prop.
10-inch prop.
Yeah, they'll swing a 10. Robbie's got 10s on his.
Really?
2320s.
So they're basically kind of equivalent to a 30 or 35.
You've seen Robbie's little twin, the one I built for him.
Yeah, yeah. I love that little twin.
Life's good.
There's your Hornet with the longer nose on it.
Not long enough.
Not so
Well,
long.
there's also the Japanese had a heavy twin engine heavy fighter,
Yes, they did. And
KI-53 or something like that, 58.
that actually would be a nice looking airplane.
That would be.
Take that front where the radome is on the front. It's gold anyway. Just make it a big brass counterweight.
Oh, I'd make it. I would make it bronze.
Yeah, you would. You would. Oh,
Yeah.
oh Lord.
Yeah, he'd
Oh,
have a
Lord.
statue of his dog up there.
Oh me. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, Bob? I mean, good gracious.
I left all the way to the trophy table.
Several times, many times.
Well, not as many times as I probably should have, but that's all right. Had a lot of fun. Usually
Well,
it
that's
was
the thing.
older Werewolf beating me over there to the trophy table. Not always.
Yeah.
Not always.
Well, that's Tommy and I were talking the other day, and we beat each other up a lot of times for the trophies, but I do have the distinction of being the only one that beat his Viking.
Oh.
That plane got crashed, but I'm the only one that ever beat his Viking, and I did it with my boxcar Chief.
Wait a minute.
Twice.
He crashed?
The plane got crashed. Yes, I don't think
Oh, there
Tommy
it is.
crashed it. That's pretty. What is that?
That's the,
KI 96.
Yeah. You could extend the nose out a little bit.
Yep.
Shorten
That's
the
a
nose
sharp
little
looking
bit.
airplane.
That would work. That's pretty.
Leave that up a minute.
Pretty. Now, is that a tail dragger? Or is
KI-96.
that
I got to get that so I can find out what the heck it
trike-gear?
is.
Is that trike
Well,
gear?
it's a tail dragger, but you could since you build it as it should have been.
No,
Yeah.
I would build it as I'm looking for a tail dragger twin so I can do retracts, you know.
Oh, there you go.
I can do
All
it
right.
with trike. I've done trike gear retracts, but it's extra weight. And if you can only do two, it's an advantage. That actually is doable, right? And it's
Nice long wing.
high aspect ratio too.
Well, and look where the
Wings.
wing is, where it's
Yeah,
mounted.
wings mounted in the
right-
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives you a good shot at not have to worry so much about
KI-96.
the,
We'll have to look into that one.
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah,
Developed by
that
Kawasaki.
you
It's
could
a
almost
private venture.
you could almost build that about 90 some odd percent scale and have it be qualify as a good stunner.
Yeah. They had a few other twin engine airplanes too.
Yeah,
That is
they
a
did.
sharp looking airplane. I like that.
Well, they were coming on to them close to the end of the war because they needed a heavy fighter to go up after the B-29s.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, they didn't have anything that could reach them.
Well, they could get up the KI the Tony could get up there, but it was right
It
at
wouldn't
the
fly.
edge of its where, and it was really the only way they could take one down is to run into it.
Yeah.
They couldn't maneuver.
Tony
to
would
down
get that
so-
high, but it lost all its maneuverability once it was up that high.
Right.
The air was too thin.
They just didn't
Oh,
have
Lordy.
the power.
Gordy had a beautiful Tony.
Wasn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Who had one?
Had two of them, didn't he?
Yeah, he built two of them. And then the one that I was building wound up, what's his name got it, and he rebuilt it. Actually finished it.
Roger.
Roger Kramer. And that came out beautiful. And I think the guy's name was London or England. Anyway, he built one. He lived near San Diego. He came to the contest. Gordy was flying his Tony, and he brought his Tony. It was all ready to fly. I don't know whether he'd flown it yet or not. I think he had. I think he'd flown it, but he let Gordon fly it after the contest. And Gordon says, he says,
Oh,
I couldn't have told the difference between the two. They
okay. Let me know when.
flew so much the same. It's amazing how tough that airplane was. Did you see it cartwheel across the field when it broke the controls?
No, I didn't. I heard about it.
It didn't get damaged as bad as one would think, cartwheeling like that.
I had
Big as
one
a car
cartwheel,
when
you
you
know.
pick.
In 2011, I had my crossfire got picked up by a dust devil and thrown down the field.
Oh,
Broke it in half.
yeah. Well,
Red-
the remains
Red
of
Buck-
that airplane is sticking out the wall in his shop, the tail end.
Red Buck helped me put that back together in the motel room. We took it out. It actually flew maybe even better.
Really.
And
Oh.
I'd already been through appearance points and I'd already had my first round in. So, did the second round. I missed making the top 5 by half a point.
Is that
Wow.
wow? I crashed. I had a malfunction in the control system on my first Electra, Dick Williams Electra, and I was at the Northwest Regionals, and I was doing the outside squares, and I made the turn down. It was going straight for the ground, and I went and gave it down control, and nothing happened. I gave it again, and it went boom straight into the ground. The controls had come apart, and it was you could tell it was done with lightweight balsa because everything turned to dust. There wasn't hardly any pieces bigger than a silver dollar. And I had guys coming up, they were offering to help me get it rebuilt. And I said, guys, this thing's way too far gone.
Hey, we got some chats we need to catch up on.
Go.
Dallas Fort Worth, Texas is currently 39, feels like 35. Supposed to get down to the 20s tonight. That was Steve Berry. Yep, followed your directions. Let's see, used tape and alcohol.
Texas is feeling unwell.
We had 7 today in Clovis, California. That's Minnesota Mike. That's in California. Okay.
It's funny. It's funny. Right now here it's 42 degrees.
Golly.
It was 32
27
this
here.
morning when I got up.
18.
Ooh. I saw the weather guessers.
11.
I saw the
I
weather
had it for
guessers
19.
report on North and South Dakota, Carolina. Thought about you, Phil.
Yeah.
Says
called my
11
buddy.
feels like 2.
I called my buddy a while ago, and he and his wife they live down a long road. It's a real steep driveway and really up. I told him, if you need anything, call me. I can get to the other end of the driveway and hike it in, because neither one of them can get out there in their 80s. And I called him. I said, Nanoka, frozen north.
Yeah.
How you be doing? he says, we're laid up for another week. We've got enough stuff laid up for another week. We're going to eat just fine. We got a bowl of big 2 gallons of vegetable soup left, and we got 6 chickens and a turkey left. So we're going to be just fine. I said, okay, Wade, you got it covered. He said, why don't you and Vicky come on up? I said, yeah, I don't think either one of us need to do that hike from the mailbox to the house unless we have to. If I have to, I'll do it, but I don't want to.
They got power going, or they get cut
They
off?
got power. He's got a generator if he needs it.
Oh,
He's set up. I've got 3 of my buddies that have generators that one of them should be here, but they need it worse than I do. I've got a brand new one in the other room. I just got to haul it out in the front yard and plug it up. The only thing I hadn't figured out, John, my front door closes pretty tight, and the extension cord that goes from the generator into the house is bigger around than my thumb. So I don't know quite how I'm going to get that through that door. But anyway, we'll work something out. Guys, I'm going to go eat. I'll be back in a few minutes.
all right. So this is about construction, Bob, but it's a little different. I was late getting here because I got into a video about building 3-stringed cigar box guitar.
Yeah.
And how they're tuned and how to play them, and it was interesting. I'm actually believing that I might actually be able to play one of those.
Yeah. You know who Samantha Fish is?
I know, I've heard the name.
Yeah, from Kansas City.
She's a blues guitar player, and she has
Yes.
one guitar that's made out of a K&B gallon fuel can.
Yeah,
I've
another
seen that. I've
another
got-
one from a missile miss can, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you know, see, you're only playing with 3 fingers. It's the thumb, the index, and the middle finger. Well, I don't have the middle finger, but I can set my little finger down and play with this one.
Like Jerry Garcia, he didn't have a middle finger either.
Yeah. And so I can do it. I could do it that way, and I've only got 3 strings to worry, and I got a Coke bottle on one finger anyway. I'm thinking about building one.
Yeah, cool.
Put wings on it and a bell crank in it.
Hey, Howard, I think I got us a AVP, assistant event director.
For what?
I was talking to an old buddy of yours that you worked with a little bit on that program, Steve Yampolsky.
Oh, good.
He's seriously considering it.
Great. He had a good time judging the time he came to judge.
What's that?
He had a good time judging the time he came to judge.
Well, he wanted to fly, but he had a flood in his basement and wrecked all his airplanes. So
What wrecked his airplanes?
a flood.
Ah.
But he said he worked a little bit with you on that program.
Yeah. Yeah, he figured out how to do the seating for 3 events. And how many to take to the finals. And so that was pretty clever.
Yeah. I think I can talk him into it.
Great.
I spoke to a lot of people this week looking for, I was tasked with finding appearance point judges and hopefully some judges and also an assistant ED. All of us are looking for them. And I spoke to a number of people that I haven't talked to in a long time. Talked to Mike Dietrich. Remember Mike Dietrich, the Cobra?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's completely out of it. He's got real bad back and leg issues, kind of like I do. And he sold everything. He's out of it. I talked to Dave Heinzman. He can't make it.
Was there a Nats organizing meeting this week?
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Yeah, I I couldn't find any reference to signing up for it or anything, and I asked John Hill about it, and I never heard from him. So maybe I don't have a. Well, I answered his email, but he put out a proposed schedule. Oh well.
They didn't
saw-
post it on the Pampa website.
What about the Pampa website?
They didn't post the meeting on the Pampa website.
I don't know. I didn't look. Bob left in disgust.
Yeah.
Why? You know why I did that?
I don't know. Maybe he froze up. He said he went quiet there, and
Mhm.
well, I'm making a dust collector. That's my shop project for the day.
How'd you
One of
make
those
it?
where you, one of those where you sand and then the dust collects in the container.
It's let me, I'll turn the thing around. Cyclonic dust collector. This end goes to the shop vac,
It's a separator.
Yeah.
and this thing here is where the dust comes in. It goes around and around and falls into the bucket there, which is an old Craftsman wet dry vacuum, and I made a top for it, and it clamps on. I'm so proud of myself.
I've seen smaller ones, like with a 5-gallon bucket for sanding drywall that I've used, but the hoses are smaller. Yours is like the full vac hose then, right?
2.5 inch, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is the top thing is a store bought Anita 2.5 inch cyclone thing.
My computer keeps kicking me out downstairs in the shop, so I can't.
Okay, that's what we suspected.
We thought it was something we said.
Yeah,
It works for about an hour every time, and then it kicks out.
yeah. Well, yeah, you just kind of stopped talking there, and were scowling, and then you were gone. We thought maybe you left in disgust, but figured maybe it was some computer issue.
No, that's computer.
Howard, how much
her old iPad? She got a new iPad. I think that one's kind of burned out. So
how much sanding are you going to do with that, Howard? Because you're going to find that it really restricts the flow, and it doesn't do much. I mean, unless you're going to sand big chips.
I'll find out. I'm hooking it up to the table saw, and
That'll work for that. But
then sweeping up the shop.
yeah, because I tell you what, my planer will fill that bucket in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was talk of the CNC router. Dave Siegler was wondering whether to get a CNC router. What do you do with it? And yeah, that'd fill it up. I think Igor has one, and I wonder what his wife says about him running that in there. I think he lives in an apartment.
Well,
So,
here's one for you, Howard. My vacuum can't keep up with the planer because it has its own. It's a DeWalt 870. It propels the chips out by itself, and it'll fill the bucket quicker than the vacuum can suck it up.
yeah.
Just
And it
run
got-
that hose
planer.
directly out the door.
Yeah.
Take smaller cuts with your planer.
It doesn't matter. If you cut a 16th, just ridiculous.
Good heavens. What are you playing with it?
I do 2x4s and shit like that. I do make my own motor mounts, run it through maple through the planer.
Oh.
It just eats it up like nothing.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have a planer.
I just was wondering because if you do any kind of serious woodwork, that little thing that you got there, you'll take it off.
All right.
But
Well, I'll report after using it for a while.
it should work okay for the table saw, but that depending on how much sawing you're doing, you'll fill it up pretty quick.
I don't do much sawing. Yeah. Tim Westcott worked for SawStop for a while, and I was going to hit him up for a discount, but he's not there anymore.
I can only see one bad thing of SawStop, and it's not really that bad. If you put your finger in there, it'll stop instantly, but it's going to cost you $150 before you can start sawing again.
That's that's okay. It's a good deal. It's better than the alternative. You don't put your finger unless you get false positives and it stops by itself for no good reason.
And you can get that if you're sawing any wet wood, any wood with moisture in it.
Oh,
It's a electrical whatever.
yeah. I presume that's what Tim was working on. He's not there anymore.
They ought to make it so that you just push a reset button, it goes again. But they've got you sucked into buying a new
Well, it's
cartridge.
well, they have you figure out how to do that, and you'll make a lot of money.
Yeah. I guess the cartridge welds right to the blade.
Yeah, I guess it retracts the blade and jams it into a block of aluminum. So
It grabs it or it just
yeah, but it's better than losing the finger.
yeah.
I ran a saw blade through my thumb. It was just a 16th inch kerf though. So, but still, it would have paid for a saw stop.
Never take your eyes off the blade.
That's good advice, and
Yeah.
this is the oldest I've ever been, and it's probably too old to operate machinery. I'm kind of afraid of doing something stupid.
What was that Dylan line? I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Younger than that now, or Neil Young said, "I keep getting younger. My life's been funny that way."
I was watching a thing on 60s music today. You guys remember the Turtles?
Sure.
We do, yeah.
They only had one #1 song. I thought they had way more than that.
Oh,
Hey, by the way, the Turtles was my first concert ever. So,
oh. Well, two of those guys went to work for Frank Zappa later.
The leader just died a couple of months ago.
Who?
Guy, what's his name from the Turtles? He died, the lead singer.
Oh.
And Keith Richards just keeps going along.
Yeah, yeah.
How old is Mick Jagger now? 80 something, 85?
Yeah, so's Keith.
Jumping around like crazy.
Well, he's not like crazy. He's he's moving.
They got to fill him.
He's using orthopedic platform shoes these days.
I saw him 5 years ago or so, and he was doing okay. He just got a new valve job in his heart, so it slowed him down a little.
That's funny.
Well,
I
what's
saw
new with
something.
stunt? Here's a stunt thing for you. I got a copy of Lena today. Have you heard of Lena? Not Ole and Lena, but
I think it's called Lina, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's pronounced Lina, control line, Lina.
Ole and Lena. Anyhow, it's really cool. This one issue had a multi-page article by Igor on electric stunt and a spread by Paul Walker on the new electric B-17.
Where do you get that at?
You get it from
Bill's Lofgroth.
Yeah. Nicholas Lofroth in Sweden.
I have his email address. I'll see if I can find it and put it in the.
Yeah, he appears on the Stunt Hangar roster from time to time. So I should post something. Yeah, there's it also had an article on the history of the Nobler. It had something on a Fox 35. I think how to put a OS muffler on a Fox 35. It was in Swedish, so it was hard to tell. It's about half Swedish and half English. There's an article on lapping, which was in Swedish. And a lot of cool stuff. A lot of contest reports for World Cup contests. And
You need to get those translating glasses.
Most of the interesting stuff was in English.
Get in here. I'm having a hard time getting back in here.
Yeah, well,
There we go.
you're here as far as I can tell.
Now, let's see. Well, how do I have his email address, I think.
Well, better not say it in public.
That's what I'm trying to put
Go
it
down
in.
to chat,
Just-
press the chat button and post it, and then hit enter.
I'm hoping this will work.
And that only will give the email address to us here in the area here.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
I might post something on Stunt Hangar about this. It's
The
so
most
cool.
amazing magazine. It's all color.
Yeah, big in color. And
Did that come through
Let's
did what
Not
come
yet.
through?
to the meeting? To the
No.
meeting group chat?
Nope, you got to go down to the bottom of the screen. It'll
Yeah,
say
I
chat.
got it posted already. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I send it. Okay, now it's sent.
There it is.
Okay.
That's
It
his email
really
address.
worked. We have a subscription to it, Robbie. I did a interview for him about a year ago, and I did a couple of other articles too.
There's another issue that has an USA Ama piece.
Yep. Part of a new Ama piece is not the whole article, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Members, let's see.
Yeah, it came in.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He wanted me to do an interview with Billy Werwich, but that's going to be tough.
Here we go.
Well worth having. And a lot of the articles are in English and some are in Swedish. I don't know if I can.
I saw an article today on they took a cake applicator, for decorating cakes, and he mixed epoxy and put carbon fiber in it, and then used that and run a bead along inside where the tube that was in the wing, I suppose, an RC plane to hold it in order to strengthen it up.
Oh.
So
There's
Oh,
a
look at this.
interview I did with them. That's I don't know if it'll, they're.
Well, look at that. There's Bob with hair. Remember white pants and hair?
Yeah, how about it?
Yeah.
yeah,
Those were the
neat.
days.
That's right, they were. It's
Long article.
Yeah. Cool.
Everybody wants to read that. I have a copy. I could send it to them. Just drop me an email.
I'll do that.
Hey, Bob, just for quickie in here, I found it wasn't a KI-94, though I like the KI-94 that I was thinking it was a KI-83. And I found it here. I thought I'd share it real quick if you'd like to see it.
Yeah.
And that's, let's see,
That could be a
this,
stunt ship, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty much along the same idea. It's just the earlier version of, I think,
Yeah.
of the 94.
Yeah.
There's the 3 view of it.
Yeah, I like it.
It's got a long enough nose on it, I think, that you can, and because it's
Yeah,
radial.
Yeah, you could stretch that and make it long enough to get the batteries in there, ballast point, right?
Yeah, well, and the props are a lot closer to the wing because it's got radials instead of an
It's
inline
got that
engine.
real narrow fuselage like a Tiger Cat.
Yeah. It's a nice looking airplane.
Yeah,
Anyway, I thought I'd just share it. Well, you know,
yeah, that's good.
Good looking airplane.
I won't live long enough to build all these twins I want to build.
it's KI 83.
No, you got to look at it this way, Bob. You'll have so many projects you won't have time to die.
I think that's why
Well-
I started 5 new twins. I think because I figure I can't leave until I get them all done.
Yeah.
How are they coming along?
Well, 2 of them are coming along really well. Yeah. The high aspect ratio one, I'm waiting for Dean Pappas to come up. We're going to work up some proper numbers on that. We're going to do the total of the sum of the moments equaling 0 and all that stuff. Trying to get an airplane that will fly right off the board, because that's a very high aspect ratio airplane. And it's
Yeah.
going to very much like the Eclipse, the Denny Adamisa's Eclipse, but a twin engine version of it, twin motor version.
I think a twin engine high aspect ratio has a chance of making it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, it'll have enough drive, to keep that wing from moving around.
I look at the orange twin flight streak, twin high aspect ratio. That thing flew like it's on rails.
Yeah.
Even though, on a real windy day, I got to see a 3 view of it at 6 foot of altitude. But
I have nothing else to do. I might as well try some of this stuff,
yeah.
But I'm excited about that little one that looks like a Rand's RV kind of thing with the
It's a
fictitious Rand's twin.
it's a beautiful little twin.
I ought to send him a picture of it and see if he'd build one.
So you put it from the Hunt the Hunt Engineering and Aircraft Design Bureau.
Yeah. Hunt Skunk Works.
Yeah.
I was watching a YouTube program this afternoon about the guy. I forgot his first name. Barber was his last name. Lives in Oregon. He's dead now. He was the lead plane when they went to shoot Yamamoto down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the P-38s that went to shoot. It was 2.5 hours one way to go get him, and they had to go around the island so they couldn't be detected, and to go get him. And this guy, they picked him because he had to borrow an airplane from his buddy to do it, his buddy's airplane, because he was strafing a Japanese destroyer. Got so low he knocked 4 feet off one of the wings when he hit the antenna on top of the destroyer, and made it back to the airfield.
Oh my goodness!
His airplane was named El Diablo.
I figured
brother.
I figured they would got him because he could hold it the longest.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pretty fascinating story, though.
Well, what was that? What was that F-15 that came back? I think with on only
Yeah,
one
one
wing.
wing gun. Yep.
Missing one wing, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that I can't imagine what that was like to fly.
Pucker factor.
Pucker factors for sure.
What got me was think about it when he went to slow down to land.
Yeah.
That thing had to be, trying hard to roll over on one side, and
Well, he's
but he got it down.
He's a Sierra Hotel pilot.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good pilot, that's for sure.
But this thing with this guy Barber that had, it was Halsey that found out that they broke the code, and they found out that this guy Yamamoto was going to be traveling to Bougainville, and they plotted out the course, and they said, I think 15 or something P-38s, but this guy Barber was in the lead, and he's the one that shot him down. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I read about that some time back.
Look it up on YouTube. It's a fascinating piece,
Yeah,
little documentary.
Who was the one, the Japanese big general or something that they tried to shoot down, sent a bunch of wildcats over after? And the guy ended up sawing him down. He ran out of ammunition and just cut his rudder, cut rudder and elevator to pieces with his propeller. Said he shot down 20 something Japanese airplanes and sawed one down. I don't know who that was, but the plane spun into the Mediterranean. So he was, or I can't remember what sea, but anyway, spun into the ocean.
Well, that is interesting that there were some Hellcats that wound up fighting off of carriers in Europe. They're the only ones that actually made it to Europe.
Yeah.
They did very well against the German planes. They weren't well known, but the Germans kind of laughed at them when they first saw them. Big old porky round barrel of an airplane.
No, they weren't as fast or as nimble, but they sure could take a beating.
Well, that's the thing. They could take the beating, and they had a hell of a punch as far as their guns. So
Is that the one you were talking about?
But
There you go.
Yeah, I think that is
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Oh, it was in a Corsair. Okay. I thought it was a Hellcat. Well, anyway, I know he said he shot the thing until he ran out of ammunition and then shoot him down with his propeller and made it back to base.
that was a Kawasaki Ki-45 Nick twin engine fighter over Okinawa.
Yeah.
That's if you believe AI.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, guys, I'm going to punch out. My wife and I promised my wife I'd watch a Jesse Stone movie with her tonight. So,
Well, that's not a
you
bad
gotta-
deal.
You got to do that once in a while.
have you ever seen Jesse Stone movies?
No.
Oh, yeah.
There's 9 of them. They're really good.
That's with Peter. I mean, never mind. I can't think of his name now. He's on not Law and
Magnum.
Order, but Magnum. Yeah, Magnum
Tom
PI.
Selleck. Tom
There
Selleck.
you go. Tom Selleck.
I'm so-
I met him one time. That rascal, in the
From
pictures, he's got blue
Robert-
eyes.
The Robert B. Parker novels are really good. So the movies are incredible. So
Yeah, they are.
My wife bought the DVD, which has all of them on it. So we watch them. You
Yeah,
guys have
that's the
Brett,
way.
it's Paul. Paul's there. Hey, Paul.
Hey guys,
How are you?
somebody needs to
Well,
shut
Bob,
the
take
front
care of
door.
yourself.
I'm leaving, but it's not because you came in.
Well, somebody needs to shut the front door because it's going to get cold here tomorrow.
Well, you ain't lying, buddy.
Have a good one, guys.
All right,
Hey,
take care.
Take care.
Good night.
Paul, did you have a question on Pathfinders or something?
No,
You already
that
got the
was
answer from somebody who knows.
that was
Oh,
Caffeine.
Lord.
He was trying to figure out how to mount his motor on a Pathfinder.
Oh, no, I remember what it was. Did you ask for help on how to get those ribs in there with straight lines and that
Oh
one?
yeah, I'm still struggling trying to get.
I'll tell you that the easiest way that I found to do it is in AutoCAD, you can use a polyline and you just trace over it. You just bring your scan, your PDF or whatever, bring your scan into the drawing, and then you set it up, get it leveled out, and then you just about every quarter of an inch you hit it, make an axis, so you run that PDF along, and once you get it all where you want it to go, then you take the PDF and you modify it into a polyline. It's not a PDF, it's polyline. But you take the curve out of the polyline, you blend it. There's a command for it, and I forget what it is right at the moment. But
Okay.
you do that. You do half of that rib, and then you just mirror it over.
Just mirror it over. Okay.
Yeah. And
All
you
right.
can you can do it that way. That's the easiest way I've found to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I found some websites and they were talking about slicing it up, and you have stations, and then you put your curves at each one of those stations, and so I'm using Onshape, which is kind of like a web-based version of AutoCAD, but I'll keep pounding my head against it, see if I can
Well, see if
sort
it's
it out.
got polylines in it. See if it's and see if you can modify the polyline once it's in place. Because
Okay.
when you do it like I do it, you wind with it's kind of jerky,
Yeah, that's
When
what
you
I'm
when,
dealing with, and then
but
and
when
then
you
the other
blend the
thing.
polyline, it smooths it all out.
Yeah, and then the other thing, these ribs they've got steps in them. I got
Yeah, yeah. But
and, and-
you can when you get to that point, you just bring it back a straight line so it doesn't dip down.
yeah. All right,
So,
I'll give that a go.
yeah, give it a go.
All right, thanks, John.
You bet, no problem.
Well, I was worried about how to put where to put the battery on a twin, and then I happened to think, wait a minute, I've got a set of plans to where the Pathfinder twin, the way y'all built them. But that's that's not electric. That's a fuel plane. So now I got
Yeah.
to figure out where exactly to put the battery in this thing. That could be a challenge, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I do have a Pathfinder question. I guess I was flying it today, and I just about got this thing dialed in the way I like it, but it's still kind of floaty, like at the top of the hourglass and the vertical 8. So
move your lines forward an eighth of an inch.
okay, all right,
And if
Yeah, you think you need to take them back, but take them forward.
okay,
yeah, if that makes them better, move them forward another until it makes them worse. Then move it back.
yeah, okay,
But be prepared to hike real fast when you do that, in case when you get past there, in case it gets really wonky up there.
Well, right now
Things
it
happen.
almost. Go ahead.
I was going to say things happen fast when you do that if you go too far.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is when it gets loose up at the top, I'm at the top of the circle, so I kind of just let it float out the other side and catch it on the backside.
Yep.
You can tell he's younger than us, John.
Yep.
No, I still kind of stumble a little bit, but man, this thing's got a wicked corner on it. I'm liking it.
Yeah, they do have a great corner.
And it's amazing the corner that it has, and that's a Hershey bar wing.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at Howard's phone. It's tracking him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How about that?
Lost sight
That
of
is
him
wild.
now. The government's watching him.
Yeah. Kind of
Oh
scary.
Lord, don't go there.
So have you figured out how to use that tricycle landing gear now?
I'm getting better. If I don't try to whip it around, back to the takeoff pad, I can pretty much grease it in almost every time. But I'm trying to get it back around so my flying buddies ain't got to walk very far.
Well,
And,
the way you do it, since it's not a contest flight, is you learn what its glide angle is like to make a complete rotation around the field. From what height and then you can fly a little bit higher than that. Now you got a little more control. You can bring it down.
Yeah.
In other words, if you fly level about 10 feet at the end when you get ready to run out of fuel, 10 feet and it quits, you should be able to put it wherever you want it on the circle.
Yeah. I'm running that climb and dive, and the guy Paul Emerson, the guy that coded that, he's real good about responding. And I didn't. He had it kind of set up like the KR, where it would speed up about 1,000 RPM at the end of the flight, and I really didn't want that because, it was just it was taking a little bit a punch out of the battery. So I said, "Can I drop that?" So he told me where to actually go into the code, and so now I have it dropping 1,000 RPM at the end of the flight. So I know once it drops, I've got one lap, and then it's going to shut off.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But that's the way the FM9 timers do. They sag rather than speed up.
You know what Howard does, don't you? He's got it set up in there when he's ready to land. He does a cutoff loop.
Howard does a cutoff loop.
A cutoff loop on an electric, and by golly, it comes around and it shuts off.
Yeah, yeah. Haven't you tried that?
I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, I don't know how those electrons would
He's got a
Got a light on his. He's watching the light.
Yeah, he's got a neat little gizmo he came up with for that.
No, there's Tim Westcott made the TUT, Tim's Universal Timer.
Yeah.
And he put a gyro in there, so you do a loop, and the rate gyro sees that you've done a loop and stops it. Actually, it gives a burst of speed right after the loop and then stops it. Huh. Yeah, it works a treat.
And it's really cool because everybody's flying electric and they're going along and speeding up or slowing down, and Howard gets out there and does a kill loop and lands.
Yeah. So I mean, why wouldn't it kill if you were doing your inside loops?
Well, why would it?
Well, you're doing a loop, and you're saying that gyro's telling the plane that it did a loop. How does it know the difference between your inside loops and a shutoff loop?
Oh, it arms at 5 minutes and 53 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you don't want to do any inside loops after the thing arms. and they're serious. So if you piddle and it arms before you've done your overhead 8, you better not do the overhead 8.
Yeah, that's funny.
He's got a little light that comes on, tell him it's armed.
Yeah. It's it works dandy. I like it. Nobody else has one. Nobody else.
The climb and dive timer will do that. It's got a light, let you know that it's armed, and then it gives you a strobe when it's fixing to shut down. But the thing is my timer's on the outside.
Oh. Well, you can have somebody holler at you.
Yeah, we see the light. We see the light.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how to do your rib thing that you were talking about, so I didn't respond. But
I think John might have.
Yeah, John fixed you up. Good.
He pointed me in a direction. We'll see how dangerous I am.
All right. If I have a drawing that's in CAD already, I can trace over it with a polyline. So
yeah,
that's an easy way to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So I just need to find that feature.
There should be a command in there to command a polyline.
Yeah.
Make a lot of clicks along the way.
Yeah.
You can do spline also.
The tighter the radius you make, and the closer you want you.
Those are the clicks, yeah.
But if you get to where you got a huge radius, that you can go along there, an inch or so between clicks.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to cut stuff out on my vinyl cutter.
Yeah.
Start cutting parts.
Don't you have Cuts a Lot Pro?
I have what?
Cuts a Lot Pro.
No, I use Design Space for my vinyl cutter.
Oh.
see if you can get Cuts a Lot Pro because it's already set up for you. Just click and then point it and pull it, and it'll go for you.
What's that called again?
Sure
See,
cuts a lot.
that's right. Cuts a Lot Pro. But don't get the 5. The 5 is BS. I think it's terrible.
Oh,
You like the 5, Howard?
I don't know. I've got whatever came with it. Came with a cutter.
Yeah.
Now, whether that works with the Cricut, I don't know.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
does it create an SVG file?
Yes. You can
Yeah.
create a DXF and it's got about 40 different file.
Yeah. As long as I can get it into a format that the machine understands, it doesn't.
Now, what machine you got?
I got the latest one, the Maker 4, I think.
Maker for what?
Cricut.
Oh, Cricut. Yeah,
Sure cuts a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if that works with a Cricut or not. You can
Well,
look.
it'll do SVG files, so whatever.
Yeah, this here, right there, read it.
Well, sure
There it
cuts.
is.
It cuts a lot. Makes a.
That is Cuts a Lot right there.
Yeah, it makes a.
Cuts a Lot Pro.
A file that the cutter uses.
Yeah, it's just export the SVG file and load
I
it
don't
into
know.
Design
That's
Space.
okay. If you, it, well, G code. Does it not make the moral equivalent of G code? I don't know if
That's what the SVG file is. It's basically it's proprietary. Well, it's not proprietary, but Design Space is proprietary for the Cricut.
Well,
It's
it doesn't do G code because it's not a 3D program. It's a 2D program.
Yeah,
Well,
G code can be done in Inkscape.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you could do all this stuff in Inkscape and then export it as whatever file your cutter will read. Inkscape's a free program.
All right. I mean, look at that too.
Inkscape is powerful. I mean, it's unreal. It's kind of like using OBS. You wouldn't think that OBS. You got OBS, and if you want some type of CAD, you can use Blender. That's free. You ever use Blender, John?
No, I'm not. I downloaded FreeCAD and LibreCAD.
Yeah,
but
Blender's so powerful, it'll do animation, and it's unreal. But it's so complicated, it'll take you a year to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
I got TurboCAD because John told me to.
Well, it was the best for the buck at the time.
Yeah. But I learned it, so I'm committed to it now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I understand that. But Mark Gerber, he's running TurboCAD, so.
Oh.
I use Onshape, and it's free. It's web based, but I think a lot of the commands are the same for that as it's AutoCAD.
I was trained with AutoCAD, but for a long while there, I was running a Design CAD, and it was great, man. It was the same commands, and even the shortcuts commands were the same, and it was just like. But then they went to like $350 a year, and as a hobbyist, that was beyond my capability. I wasn't really making any money at it, so it was.
Yeah.
Onshape's pretty good. I think it has a pro version, I guess, that you can buy. But my son knows AutoCAD, and he put me onto Onshape, and he's like, yeah, a lot of the stuff is pretty much the same as what's in AutoCAD.
I'll have to look at that.
You want to do graphics manipulation? GIMP is another free one that's powerful. GIMP, GIMP.
I've heard of it.
Inkscape, GIMP, and they're all free. Blender. What else did I say? There's one more, but Inkscape, not Inkscape, Blender will do animation, 3D modeling. It'll do meshes.
That's a government processed program, or designed for the government.
What is Inkscape?
No,
GIMP?
Blender.
Blender, okay.
And that's why it's so hard to learn.
And it'll take you a million years to learn it.
Right. That's why. But if you learn it, it's what a lot of large companies use for their work, because they're doing a lot of government contract. So, if I remember correctly,
You can
could
edit
be wrong.
movies in it, whatever. I mean, it does everything.
Yeah.
You just gotta know the plug-in to put in and how to use the damn thing.
Yep. That's it. Pretty
You want to
soon
learn
they'll
how to
get
do
AI
Inkscape? Watch Logos My Nick.
Pretty soon they'll get AI so good that you can just turn it over to AI and have it do the job for you.
You can already do that.
Yeah. If you know
I
which
know,
way.
I know AI will write G code.
Yeah. It's getting there, guys. It's getting there.
Scary stuff.
Yeah, but as I stated in one of my shows, as long as you're in a mechanic or a carpenter or a plumber, you ain't never going to be replaced. A welder, well, I don't know, welding, they can replace you. Robot.
I think being a plumber is probably the most safe job there is nowadays.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Send a computer down the shit pipe? I don't think so.
So have you guys already hashed out that article that was in Pampa that I think was it Dennis Nunes put out about the shark killer?
No.
Gotta take off, guys. Thanks.
Hey, thanks.
Take care, Pete.
Take care,
Always
Pete.
good to see you, Pete.
That was Dave Tribble.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tribble Road. Yeah. I was waiting to see what the outcome was going to be.
Well, I agree that let's see, with long tails and I forget what else, but in general, I don't think he's on the right track.
Well, I mean, he did make a valid point. I mean, most of the, planes that are flying at the Nats will qualify for N30.
Well, back in the 50s, when I started in this thing, we used to believe that the shorter the tail moment was, the faster the plane would turn. And so
Not anymore.
well, no, I mean, that's what we thought. What did we know? And there were lots of designs that come in there. There was only like 3 or 4 inches between the trailing edge of the wing and the leading edge of the stab. And
Well, look at a lot of the combat planes of the day. The trailing edge was the elevator.
Well, the T square being one of that was exactly that.
Yeah.
Where the flap would have been, that's where the elevator was.
Mm-hmm.
Who just dropped out?
Brendan, CMQ, pitching moment due to pitch rate. Look that up.
Shorter the nose, the quicker it'll turn.
Not always.
Well,
Yeah.
move the CG back.
It has something to do with it, but you're better off, I think, with a little longer lever arm on the back than you are, and the shortness, you can make the nose where it still balances without having to add a lot of extra weight is where you want to be.
That's what I do.
Well, I agree. If you shorten the whole package, it'll turn faster.
No,
But is it
well,
controllable doing
if
it?
it's controllable, yeah. Maneuvering stability in general comes from CMQ, which comes from long tails.
That's why if the first time I drew the Pathfinder profile, Gordy, first thing he did was took a half an inch or an inch off the tail moment. He said, "I don't want that long tail moment on there."
Hey guys, I'm going to shut down the YouTube channel, so hold on a second.
All
I
right.
appreciate everybody watching and contributing. Please like and subscribe. I'm 23 away from 5,000, so help me get there. And leave a comment after the show's over. Let's see here. We want to go here. So I will see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See you. All right. You're on your after party now, and I'm going to sign off. Gary's already the host.